Welcome to Living a Healthy, Vibing Life podcast. I'm your host, Harold Chatman. At the current moment, we're not taking any sponsors, but if you wish to support me, visit our website, hvlworld.net. We have the best favorite collagen. We have unflavored. We have peach mango, and our newest flavor, strawberry lemonade. If you struggle with skin hydration, if you need a new supplement routine, or if you need a better favorite collagen, check us out. And at the current moment, we're at the Panoramic Brand Studio, best podcast studio in Houston. All right, we have a special guest with us today. She is a graduate of Lamar University, a PE coach, head basketball and track coach, and a personal trainer. Welcome, Alicia Seay. Alicia Seay.
Hello.
How you doing today, girl? I've been a while trying to get you on here.
Pretty good. You know, both our schedules are always tied up.
Man,
so,
I call it life getting in the way.
Exactly. That's exactly what
Overall,
it is.
how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I feel a little tired as soon as it was time to show up. You know.
Feel tired?
A little bit, because I've been up. I had to train at 7. I got up at 8 to train. I got up at 7 to train at 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of been up all day.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
How you been since we graduated? I know, it's been a while since.
I think sometimes it don't set in stone how much time has truly passed until you start looking up like, dang, we really 31, 32, 33.
I know. I remember we was 18. Well, 17, 18, graduated.
Mm-hmm. Graduating.
Now I'm 32. But yeah, since we graduated, it's been over 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And how you been these past 10 years?
What year is this? 2023. I think I've been doing well. I think I'm satisfied with how life has progressed. I didn't really think that I would be a PE teacher or a basketball coach. Because initially coming out of college, I wanted to do OT. I was really interested in occupational therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out I didn't have the prerequisite courses in order to move on to that, after getting a bachelor's degree.
Right.
So that's when I kind of got into personal training at LA Fitness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So that's when I started there. I was kind of oh, okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
It was second nature because I was training people at Lamar University for free. You know how you be in the rec playing basketball and then kind of get some of the girls, hey, let's go do this, leg workout. And I feel like at that time I was kind of just playing with it. You know how you make stuff up.
Yeah, make stuff up. Make stuff work, yeah.
I'm like,
I did the same
so
thing.
I'm targeting the same things. Okay, we're a little sore, so obviously this is working. And then just started taking it serious. And the other trainers I work with at LA Fitness, they were older. So I learned a lot from them because they were kind of veterans.
Right.
And then I ended up leaving LA Fitness because you know how it is working for a franchise gym.
Man, trust me, I work for
you
Fitness
don't
Connection.
make a lot of money, and so I learned how you asked about training men and stuff. I learned men are not as strong as they look. They don't really know how to isolate muscle groups. You can carry about 2 boxes, three cases of water up the stairs, but when it come to doing some isometric movement, that is a whole different ball game. So.
Flexibility, can't bend, stiff, and it's just mobility work.
Dehydrated.
Oh man, that's probably the biggest thing, taking care of yourself. When I learned about it.
Yeah.
So when you left LA Fitness, what was your next move after that?
Well, when I said I wanted to make more money, I started noticing that adults are not that different from kids, and so I was I want to be connected to the youth because. It's you can see it better, they become, if they really trust you and they really want to learn from you, they become a sponge to everything you're connected to. And then I was I'll be making twice as much money and I can kind of always find my way back to it. So if I couldn't remember correctly, I think I took a break training because I was coaching. The schedule of the teacher was draining. I wasn't used to working all them hours in a row. Because basically with training, you kind of made your own time. So for a while, I wasn't training. I was just working on myself for a while.
And that's important too, because you always want to make sure you check in with yourself, because you make sure you're just not just doing it just to do it. And then make sure you have I say, passion drives purpose.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Because you have a passion for it, you're always gonna find ways to maximize it. And just when I got out of law enforcement, I started doing personal training, worked at Fitness Connection, and then I scaled up. I worked at
you was at Fitness Connection. Oh, okay, which location you worked at?
At Louetta.
You was at that one. I went to that one over the summertime.
I was at that one for about 9 months.
Oh, you wasn't at that long.
And then I had got an opportunity to work at a country club.
Oh, okay.
And so
okay.
I was working at Fitness Connection at a country club. I was working at both. I was working at Fitness Connection Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I worked at the country club Tuesday, Thursday, like transitioning. And then I ended up getting fired from Fitness Connection because they said I was taking clients from there, which people are not finna pay $100 a session over there at the country club. And they paying at the Fitness Connection. You're already paying like $10 a month for a membership.
Yeah.
So trainers at the highest is like $45. And I'm like, nobody finna pay $100 a session compared to what's over here. So he didn't. So me and the fitness director got into it. So he didn't end up firing me because they thought I was taking people away from there, which I wasn't.
They will try to fire you for that. Because it's just like with LA Fitness, they put them in like it takes a full year for your body to do a true transformation. So they would get clients to sign up a 1-year contract with personal training.
Yep.
And then life happens. People 4 months in, I got to take a break on this. And I didn't know that they were paying $300-$400 a month for personal training with the gym. I said, that's a car note. Like, I didn't know y'all was paying that much. So a lot of clientele I made at LA Fitness, they kind of branched off with me, and I was working them out like parks and stuff like that. So eventually that's why I left too. I didn't get fired though. I quit.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna quit once my schedule, but they ended up firing me, so it just pushed me to go 100% at the country club, and that was a transition there because like it was majority whites there, and a country club, it's not too many blacks there. It's majority, a lot of wealth there, and so me having my hair like this, and then looking the way I'm looking, it was a little struggle in the beginning. But I went to an all white school. I went to Abilene Christian, so it wasn't too much hard for me. So the transition wasn't. It was a little struggle like getting there, but I was used to being around that type of crowd. So once I was able to get immersed in there, it was a lot easier. Then I was like talking to people, and I was able to close deals. I would go out there on the golf course and try to get people in there. But then when the country club like closed down, that's when I went to the gym I'm at now, like Core Health and Fitness. And that's when I had my business set up inside the gym now, where I have now.
Okay.
So
you've been there for a while.
I was at the country club for like about a year and a half until it closed down. Then I've been at the place I'm at now for like 2+ years.
Oh, okay.
I have moved there, and I just been scaling from there.
Yeah, because I think I had kind of like lost touch with you. I think we didn't talk for like 6 months to a year or something. I didn't really see you posting stuff a lot. And then what's her name? Niecy told me she was training with you, and I was like, I was like, he is great. Like you really gonna like. She spoke very highly of you, and I was like, you gonna really like working out with him. And I had told her, I said, he make me want to come work out with him. You know how sometimes you don't mind working out with another trainer, because sometimes we can kind of get to a position where we're complacent, where we're not challenging our own selves as much in a workout. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm getting right now. I'm kind of bored doing this by myself so much now.
Yeah.
Because just friends don't really want to be going that hard as you try to go.
No, because you got to remember, you have a different level of excellence for yourself. You train yourself up here, but most people, they not going to do that.
Nah, they be like, girl, you ain't ready to go, But
it's all about what type of lifestyle you want at the end of the day. Lifestyle and just what you want best for yourself. But I was going to ask, like, when you was in high school, how was that relationship with you and Brittany?
Oh, me and Brittany were super close. We're actually still close now. I want to say we talked about a month or so ago. I was asking her, I don't know if you keep up with like the WNBA and all that type of stuff. When we were kind of talking, I was like, why is all these girls who were doing amazing in college get to the WNBA and then they getting cut and they getting waived? And she was just saying how like the league is a lot more challenging than people think, and it was like hard. And so when you make that jump, it's not as easy as people think. Like she mentioned Angel Reese. She was like, when Angel Reese make that transition, she thinks that she'll be able to maintain, but it's a lot that come with that professional setting. And I think people kind of like downplay the league because of the value that's not the same as the NBA. And if you're truly knowledgeable of sports and like establishments and like marketing strategies and all that type of stuff, they have a 50-year gap.
Yeah.
So the NBA was not doing well its first 30 years. Same thing with the WNBA. I think it's year 27 for them. So it takes a while. And that running a business, anybody else marketing is real. Like you have to continue to promote. You have to continue to maintain. You have to know what audience you're trying to target. Like it's a lot that comes with that. Yeah,
it's like a nonstop hustle. Like especially like when you have your own business or when you like promoting. Yeah. Because you're trying to get like deals, big contracts, and it's such a big business in the NBA or in the WNBA. So it's like the level of it, you got to play at a certain level, and if you can't sustain that, they're gonna find somebody else to replace you.
Exactly.
Always new talent coming in.
Yeah. So we were even talking when she was in Russia. We were writing letters or whatever. And I kind of just...
You was able to get the letters to her?
Huh?
You was able to get the letters to her?
I had to send it through her wife. And when she wrote me back, I asked her if it was okay for me to like upload it and stuff like that. And she was just saying that she didn't want me to because, you know, all the stuff that was going on at that time. And even then I told Brittany, I was like, think about when we was in school. She was always teased about like being a boy and all this type of stuff. And we all knew that biologically she was a woman. And I said, I think God is just using your entire story as your testimony. Because I also feel like Brittany's situation with Russia, it kind of brought more attention to the WNBA. And then when you look at LSU and Iowa playing in that big old game, they got like a lot of recognition. And then now the WNBA, I think her situation was one of the gateways to kind of promote the league. Up more. You know, wouldn't you agree? I'm assuming.
Yeah, because it brought more light because she was in the WNBA and like, of course, it made a connection because like, you know, support the WNBA. They had so many different campaigns that was going for her for awareness, you know, also
whether they felt like she was worthy or not, it still brought attention, you know, to her profession.
Yeah, because I know players go overseas to make more money, so it's like, why she go over there? Well, she's not getting paid as much.
Yeah, she told me she was going over there for like 7 years. Brittany said she was making like 1.2 million a year with Russia. Compared to here, it was like 200,000 or something like that.
That's and the thing is that we have the money to pay them that. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
And we do have the money.
Yeah, they just don't want to.
I don't understand, and this may be getting off topic, but I don't understand how these kids are getting paid through these NIL deals. And so inside Fair, as a coaching staff, we were talking about it, and I said I'm not happy about that because people like ourselves who are like we earn degrees, we've earned experiences that comes behind everything, and you know our money is not growing unless we're a slave to the clock, you know.
Right.
And what about those kids who have committed that time on the academic side? They're not being thrown millions of dollars like the way the NIL athletes are, you know.
Right.
It's just crazy how the country aligns what's worthy of money and what's not.
It's more like it's like a big business deal because it's just
exactly
like, for example, it's like Deion Sanders' son. Like I think he has the highest. I think he like 4.5 mil.
I think I did read that. I think that was yesterday when I was reading.
I think it was 4.3 or 4.5, but it's based off popularity. That's it.
More than Bronny, LeBron's son. So
it's popularity. It's just popularity exactly and like deals because they got deals with Beats. He got a deal with they just they got like I know Deion Sanders. They got a deal with KFC, like a sponsorship deal.
Oh really?
Yeah, like.
Well, yeah, it's like the rich just keep getting richer, and us middle class people just got to figure it out.
Yeah. It's us. Just like you have a hidden talent, or like if your dad was in the league, or family member played or ran track or something like that, you have a more chance of getting like a deal or passing that on. So it's like you just got to find ways to create like wealth in the family. You know, that's what I always call it. Because I have a client that he's 20. His family, they drive have a private jet chartering business. And so I was able to go before the summer, went to the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
And so they make about a couple million a year. I'll say over 10. And so he's 20. So he already has so the reason why I always tell him that he has a head start. What I mean by head start, he already, like what I know now at 32, he know at 20. Like he know about business, he know about investments, he know about luxury style, like how to make more money, how to like start a business. Like I know he want to do like coffee, something like that. So he already knows that at 20. Me at 20, I think I was just thinking about just women. I think I was chasing ass.
Yeah, that's what you was doing.
Yeah, 20. But like I had no. But thing is, he got so much of a 10-year head start by the time he's 30. Like he can take his family to like over a millionaire to a billionaire, as if he had the right mindset to get in there.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by like, but his mom and dad paved the way for him. I think his dad was a pilot, and then his mom, she did like marketing. They started the business and worked their way up. So that's how like I say like the best thing to keep wealth in the family, you have to start something that you guys own and then scale from there. Yeah. That's the best way. It's just like Louis Vuitton. They have so many companies underneath them. Jeff Bezos, Amazon have so many companies underneath them. Apple. Yeah. So it's like when you look at like when you're trying to create wealth, if you can't do it in the sports industry, you have to start some of a business and just scale from there, and then just your family just take that on.
something that's never gonna like, something that's gonna not go away. I noticed like at one point in time over the last couple of years, did you notice a lot of people was trying to get into physical fitness?
Like that was during like 2020.
It was this wave of just, I'm like, hey, you training? You know, when you start doing that? You know, everybody kind of felt like they could just train, you know?
Yeah, that was during the COVID era.
Yeah, and it's not understanding that it's not just show up and work this person out like you advocate all the time. It is a lifestyle, you know, it's a lifestyle change. And even being a trainer, we're not always 100% consistent. You know, it falls in waves. But when you continue to lock in with that mindset, like you can start over every single day into a new day because what you're doing is intentional. And I think a lot of people just do not put, it's kind of like we put a lot of stuff important except for our health until the doctor tell us something, you know, that we don't want to hear.
Yeah, most people are reactive towards their health instead of being proactive. The reason why I know that because I be having the same conversation with my doctor. Yeah. She's an internal medicine. I think I'm in that 1% of people that she talked to because I always be like, I want to run blood work on this, so I can be aware of it. And then anything that's like off with my blood work, I alter it with just changing food. That's pretty much it.
Everything is aligned with blood work and body type.
And also food. Food is probably like the biggest thing. Food alters everything. Food alters a woman's mood. Food can offer hormones. Same thing with guys. It offers, you know, testosterone and stuff being low or just
even your sleep. I think sleep is the one thing that I have kind of like learned more about the last couple of years, like how important sleep is. Because a lot of us just tend to just be going, and we never allow the body to rest or reset because that's also your recovery piece.
Right.
And I tell some of my clients, I had a client, she was doing great. I think over the year or so, she had lost 30 pounds. She was like really just on target. She's a woman who's over 60. So she was aware that she kind of started at a later time frame. But I wasn't aware as her trainer that sleep was a struggle for her. And so all of a sudden, her body kind of just hit this space to where she went back into that space where she couldn't sleep. And so she started putting on some of the weight again. And I was just like, okay, you may have to go to the doctor and get some thorough testing done because just showing up to work out and maintaining your food, that's not the issue. It's something that's, you know, deeper. And I was just like, okay, anytime I feel like I talk to my clients, it's also something I'm learning for myself. You know how it is. We kind of just figuring out along the way as well. And I think that is something that we take lightly because we have so many things to do on a day-to-day.
Right. I just like, I mean, when I was I'm glad you brought that up about like sleep. So when I was at Fitness Connection, I used to teach people about like fitness, nutrition. But as I scaled, now I'm more of a health coach. So now I teach fitness, nutrition, stress management, proper sleep, and supplement intake. And so that's the only way I can like guarantee results when I'm helping somebody. Because other than that, when I was at Fitness Connection, I had bumped into like a couple of walls about people was working out, they was eating right, but they still wasn't like getting the proper results. I didn't understand like sleep supplements and like stress was like I was young then. I didn't really understand that. Yeah. But then now as I done got older, like when they are doing the fitness, nutrition, and then I started asking about like how much sleep are you getting on a day to day? You know, what supplements are you taking because you're not gonna get everything in food. And then lastly, I would say the two biggest things on the 5 pillars of wellness is nutrition and stress. Because stress is like the leading cause of kill you. Stress causes you to drink, smoke. It causes you to do all different type of things.
That's the main thing that throws your hormones.
And stress will kill you long term.
It will, definitely. Stress is targeted to what leads to people having like mini strokes and stuff like that. Strokes are definitely aligned with it. It's crazy how can I say this? Sometimes your body or your mind can be under stress and you don't even know it. So that's another thing that people have to realize too. Like sometimes you stress and don't even realize that you're stressed. Because again, we're just constantly moving on a day to day and not really I'm real big on reflecting. I think I spend a lot of time kind of analyzing and like reevaluating things. I'm not a person who moves impulsive, I'm sorry. Kind of just be on the space where I'm thinking forward. How you said being proactive and not reactive.
Yeah, I'm always just like I'm gonna tell you recently my LDL cholesterol was high. And so I went to see a cardiologist. Like, anything get high, I go see a specialist. I don't just be like, oh, I feel fine. Oh, no.
Yeah.
So I had went to see a cardiologist, and so they checked to make sure my, I had no irregular heartbeat, strapped me to some stuff. And then she's like, Mr. Chapman, I went through your test. Everything was fine. And so like, what are you eating? I said, well, I eat fairly healthy, and I was telling her what I eat. And then so we found out it was shrimp and eggs. That was causing my cholesterol to be over. It wasn't nothing else, because other than that, I eat mostly home cooked meals.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, I cut that shit out.
The shrimp and eggs.
Shrimp and eggs. And it wasn't like fried shrimp, it was grilled shrimp and then eggs. So she was telling me about something in shrimp and eggs that caused your cholesterol. Because other than that, I don't see what it was.
Yeah, my dad was actually telling me about, I can't remember what he said about how we shouldn't eat shrimp. He was talking about that. And I was like, well, it's not bad, I think, but I also know that anything we overly consume in is not going to be beneficial to us long term. Because I went through a space where I was just fed up with eggs, boiled egg, any type of egg. I did not want it. I was trying to figure it. So I kind of started shifting to like oatmeal, or like the cholesterol. I was eating like a half a grapefruit. And I was saying, okay, let me try to go this route, because the eggs, I got to take a break. But yeah, I forgot about the LDL, because I got some blood work done too.
Yes, I cut it out. So I retest again in December, but I cut that out totally.
Yeah.
Now instead of like
so what did you replace with the eggs and
well, I just I replaced the shrimp with just having more salmon. And then the eggs, I just use that. I just drink more protein shakes. That's it. So I just cut them out. I cut it out completely because I want to see what the test is
like
gonna be
how
like.
your body was gonna respond without it.
Oh, I usually cut it out. I'm the type of person. Oh no, I don't play that shit. Like,
you just stop eating.
Yeah. So I'm a proactive person. That's why I say like I need to get ahead of this. But other than that, I don't know. Just most people not really present with their bodies, I would call it, or not just, instead of like being in the driver's seat, more in the passenger seat or the back seat of your car. And with your health, also even with your body, because we all like in this fast-paced life, nobody realized what's going on. Just like, for example, I've been since high school, since we actually seen each other, we've been talking, but it's like most people that we know in high school, they're not doing the best, health-wise.
They look older. Like,
you
look
older.
The exact same, besides with that.
They look older, they look harder, and then it's just most people don't take care of themselves. Like overall, when you look at our classmates, you look at some girls that was like cheerleaders or dancers.
They swole.
Yeah, guys
all
too.
That substance abuse.
Man, substance abuse, health, and just when you don't exercise, you don't take care of yourself. Like, what do you expect? And
people don't realize that it seemed like, oh, I gotta go work out, but being active provides you with more energy. It allows you to rest easy, allows your stress levels to, stay low. There's so many benefits to it. I think we have to learn how to prioritize and be willing to add that into our day, or even like to tell people 3 times a week is fine, but if you're not getting that many, at least once or twice, and then at some point be intentional. And then as a coach, I've learned like, okay, I used to work at Magnolia West High School. So going back down to middle school was kind of a challenge because of like the maturity level and stuff. And so in Cy-Fair, they have 6th grade pre-athletics. So, UIL doesn't allow kids to participate in sports until they're in 7th grade. So in 6th grade, we have these kids where we put them do conditioning. They're running on the track, they're jump roping, they're working on plyometrics, stuff like that. And I told the other coaches, I said, isn't it crazy how if you have parents or you come from a family with some type of active background, running is not torture to you. It doesn't seem like a punishment. Like, yeah, you may not be able to run a mile without stopping, but you already kind of used to an active lifestyle. And then we have those kids to where they look like a 40-year-old running, or they look like a 40-year-old trying to do a lunge, Right. And I feel like kids should not be having that type of non-mobility, I guess you can say, at that young of an age, like 11 years old. Right. So it's also good to pass down to your kids, your brother, sister, siblings and stuff like that. But like I said, people only listen after they go to the doctor and get, unsettling news. Right. It's important to have your kids in sports because that's something like parents. It's something in sports that parents can't teach their kids. That's why I always recommend every kid to almost play like some form of competitive sport. Yeah. Even if they're not a competitive person, you have to learn how to persevere and work well with others. Yeah, it's so much more about sports, like teamwork, getting along with others, facing adversity, hard work,
you know, somebody like, dang, I've been playing this sport so long. How's this person not working me? He probably working harder than you, or getting your butt beat. You know, it's like,
you know, I'm a big Lakers fan, and I like what Darvin Ham said last year. He said you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, you thrive the best when you're uncomfortable. And sometimes sports can make you very uncomfortable. When something is really challenging you, whether you're in practice, whether you're training, even in a game. And, you know, even in your regular life, when stuff starts truly challenging you and making you uncomfortable, you either going to rise to it or you're going to fold.
Yep.
And I think that's what kids need. When people always calling these kids soft in this generation, they can be soft, but I was like, also, they're not soft for no reason. Something that they're around and being consumed with is also making them soft. They ain't just doing it to themselves.
More like social media.
I think social media, these kids are exposed. They have access to a lot more of the world.
Oh, man.
Than
at
we
18,
did.
17, teenagers.
Yeah, like the stuff they have knowledge on. When a kid's walking up asking you, Coach, what's your zodiac sign? Why are you asking me about a zodiac sign? Like, get out of here and go to class. Like, what? Like, how are you trying to define something about me with a zodiac sign?
Trying to put you together a little bit. Trying to figure out a little bit
Coach,
about you.
I don't like them Geminis.
Oh, man.
That little girl obviously heard somebody else say something about a Gemini. Like, where would she get that from? So it's just funny, the stuff they be saying. And I really love what I do. I think when you really find your passion and your purpose within things, like they always say, within life, everything else is going to come to you because you already shining in that light. And when you're in a dark space, man, you really can be all over the place.
Yeah, it is. Until you find like what you truly want, or like what God in store for you to be here for. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm big on that. But let's take a little shift. Like, so how do you take care of yourself, like on a day to day, to month to month?
So what I like to do, I like to grocery shop week to week. I think when you typically, because I use the HEB app, I think when you typically try to buy all that stuff at one time, try to load up with everything, a lot of stuff go unused or you forget. Right. So when you start doing it week to week, I try to plan out my meals. Say I do like jasmine rice, ground turkey with some peppers or something, mushrooms. That'll be what I eat for lunch, like on a Monday, Tuesday, and then in the afternoon I'll try to eat a different type of dinner, so I don't get burned out with kind of like eating the same meal 2-3 days in a row and then do it again. You know, it just gets old. And even when days when I do mess up, say I don't cook and prep, I feel like we are in a space now where there are a lot of healthier options to take. Because I don't see how people can eat fast food every single day.
Oh, man.
Like, that stuff will have you just sluggish, tired. If you go long enough without eating it is nasty. Oh, man. I don't drink soda at all. Think if I do have anything outside of water, I'll have like vitamin water. At one point, I was kind of drinking those Celsius drinks. Yeah. You know about the Celsius? Yeah. I would have those from time to time just to kind of give me a taste in my mouth outside of water. Yeah. Because sometimes it get a little boring. And water, too much water can also throw your sodium levels off. Yeah, it can. So that's something else. And with my body,
I know y'all bodies are real complex.
Yeah, and by me only being around like 145, 150, I try to only drink like at least like 80 ounces of water because I noticed that gallon was way too much water. And then I just felt bloated for days drinking all that water. Yeah, especially on your bladder. You're going to the restroom like crazy. Being embarrassed because you can't hold it. Like, I'll be right back. Yeah, like, didn't you go to the sweat? Yeah. Walked in somewhere and then 5 minutes later you back in the restroom. Going back to the restroom. Got full already. I swear you had a UTI or something going on going to the restroom like that. Right. So how do you manage your stress? Let me say, I don't think I realize how I manage my stress, but I love music. I think listening to like different types of music helps me kind of stay grounded, stay in a good mood. And I listen to like R&B, rap, gospel, and sometime every now and then I kind of listen to some of that, like, I don't know what to call it. Is it lo-fi music? No, it's kind of like, what is that music called? I don't want to just say white music, but it is like some of that, you know, like some of those different type of artists. Like, music is therapeutic. Right. Yeah. Like, I get excited when a new album come out. Like, I was disappointed with the Drake. You know how you listen to something, you keep trying to convince yourself, like, okay, let me start that one over. Let me listen. Let me figure out what he mean. You know, what he trying to say. And it wasn't it.
It wasn't it for you?
Nah, it wasn't it. So that's kind of how I keep my stress levels low. I go running. I work out. But like I said, I think I'm in a space right now. I'm tired of working out alone. Tired of working out just focusing on one muscle group. So lately I've been trying, every time I work out, I try to do something full body. So I feel like I'm targeting my entire body.
Right.
That's what I've been doing lately as far as like my workout regimens and trying to keep my stress
You used to
levels.
work out at your place all the time?
All the time. And I keep my membership with Planet Fitness, even though I personally don't like Planet Fitness. I actually like LA Fitness the best. Fitness Connection is cool as well. But I know that Planet Fitness was conducive to like some of my clients as far as like financially. I was like, okay, this is cheaper. But what I did learn is that Fitness Connection is the same price. You know, I think the down payment was the difference.
That's the same thing with most of the, if you look at the business model, how new gyms like EOS, it's like the same between
EOS was nice too.
Yeah, 10 to like 25 a month. That's and the reason why it's a business model behind it, because they know like when you stay within that range, most people not gonna pay attention to it, so they can draft your account without you even notice. That's the whole business model. That's why 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness are having troubles to losing to those smaller gyms or bigger gyms now, because they would dock you. They gonna win in the long run.
Like Lifetime and all those other locations.
Yeah, Lifetime will always be good because they go towards prestige. So they're gonna always do Lifetime. Yeah, Lifetime will always do good. And also, what's the other one? I forgot the other big one.
I can't think of the name.
It's similar to Lifetime.
What's the name of that gym?
But
I can't remember right now either.
But it's the same as Lifetime. But those smaller gyms are pretty much weeding out 24 and LA Fitness because it's cheaper, it's a bigger gym, and they have more gyms around. Yeah,
I agree. Even everybody who's starting to like one of my friends, I worked out with him a couple times. You ever heard of Red Zone? Like
Red
over
Zone.
there towards like Willowbrook area, 1960.
Right, yeah.
Red Zone is a really nice gym. Like it's independently owned. I think people also starting to like go to gyms like that as well, where it's not like a big franchise gym. It's not a 500 people in there and half of them on their cell phones or like just wasting time and they in the way, you know?
That's what the gym I'm at is privately owned. And so that's the only membership I have. You know, they have a weights area, then they got a turf area, then outside. Yeah. Then they have a CrossFit area inside the where the turf area is at.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know, it's cool there. Usually what motivate me is I have other people in there. So the owner, he's pretty fit. His wife is pretty fit. So I would say everybody else there, they hold me accountable. Okay, he's like, man, Harold, you better you have no reason not to work out because your office is five steps away from one of the weights.
Exactly.
So they hold me accountable pretty good in there.
That's how I feel about having the garage gym. Like some people ask, like, what made you do that? And, you know, I was training virtually during COVID, like in my garage, and so I'm just in there doing the workouts, watching them cheat on the video and all that type of stuff. Man, bullshit. Moving the camera up so you can't see. Man. And I'm just looking. I said, man, I'm finna start training in here. So next thing you know, me and my friend and my brother, we paint the garage walls black. You know, I end up buying like the equipment. I get most of my equipment for boat. It's called Boat Gym Supply. And they have very nice, like, quality gym equipment. So I have the hack squat and the leg press combo in there.
I see a nice little setup in there.
Yeah, it's a nice little setup. And the crazy part about it, I can still park my car in the garage if I want to. Because with those mats, I don't know what type of mats they are. They like 100-pound mats. They were like $40 each. So I gradually got a lot of them. And the way I got it set up, it kind of works out perfectly. I try not to have no more than like 7 or 8 people at a time.
Yeah, I see you do like group fitness in there too, like outside.
Yeah. And a lot of times when it get cold, we'll kind of like stay in the garage. And that was a reason why I added on like the membership. Okay, we'll go to Fitness Connection or Planet Fitness today because it's too cold or it's raining, you know, stuff like that.
So it's good to still have it.
Yeah. So it don't bother me that little $10 or $20, that little $20 membership, because it's kind of like working.
Pays off later just in case one of your clients want to go there, train them right there.
Yeah, so it works.
So how's your sleep routine like on the day? Like, do you get enough sleep? You say you just started prioritizing it.
I don't get enough sleep because like I feel like I'm an energy bunny sometimes. Like I'm like, dang, I'm not even tired. You know, maybe I ain't did enough. But by the time I lay down, say 8, 9, 10 o'clock. I don't go to sleep right away. I guess it seems like my mind is still going even though I'm relaxing. So when I do eventually fall asleep, it's 5:30, 6 a.m. before I know it. I've noticed that I picked up since joining Sci-Fair, my coworkers are great. They introduced me to coffee.
Oh shit.
So this year I've been drinking coffee and I'm just like, and I get this coffee from Starbucks called Americano. Kind of like 100 calories. I put a little oat milk in it with a couple drops of vanilla. And next thing I know, an hour later, I'm just like juiced up. And remind you, I drink it at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And I went a whole week. I said, I'm not going to drink none of this coffee for a whole week. And I noticed that I was a lot more settled because people think that coffee is beneficial, but it's really not.
It's not.
It kind of gives you this high to start off with. The next thing you know, like you say, you hear, and when it's time to go to bed, you can't because that caffeine is in your body. Enough caffeine to throw off your sleep. It'll throw off like all type of stuff for a woman. And same thing for y'all.
Yeah.
So just trying to find the best way to sleep without messing with coffee or melatonin and all that type of stuff. And it can be a challenge. So I think last week I slept pretty well, but this week was not good.
Kind of challenging for you.
Yeah. I was like, dang, it's midnight. I got to get up in 5-6 hours.
But
then I put my glasses on to try to play it off, like not trying to have bags under my eyes.
Right. But the thing is, what I would suggest to you, want to have, just like you have a morning routine, you want to have a sleep routine. Like, because the whole goal is when you go to sleep, you want to put your mind at rest.
Yeah.
So it may be having to get away from the phone for the last hour, or even listen to some lo-fi music. I don't know if you know what that is.
What's lo-fi music?
But it's basically like music that have like a beat to it and it's real soft. I see. I done put a lot of people to sleep just listening to that in my car. I done put my mom to sleep. I done put my daughter to sleep. I done put some friends to sleep in my car. Listen to it. They're like, man, turn this shit off. You about to put me to sleep in here. But the thing is,
try that.
But the thing is, it's really relaxing, and it's like one of my friends put me on it about 2 years ago. Yeah, well, one 2 years ago. I'll say about 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And so it's really good because like I listen to it at nighttime, or even listen to some positive affirmation sleep music, sleep tones. Like listen to white noise, rain. It's so many different things.
I used to do those. I tried this other one. I think it was called brown noise or black noise.
It's probably white noise.
It wasn't white noise. It was a different.
I never heard no brown noise.
I gotta look it up. When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. It wasn't white noise. It was a different color. I can't think of the color right now. I think it was brown nose. We'll look it up.
But you always want. It's like you have a morning time routine. You want to have a sleep time routine that put your mind at rest. That's what I teach to my clients, because at the end of the day, you want the end of the day is get to sleep, and so it's usually like you go from work and you're trying to get here. So it's something you have to create within here to get to here. So sometimes you can't just go from work to sleep or having an intense conversation with somebody at night then sleep because your mind is going. Or going from social media to like sleep because now you process all the information that you were scrolling on. Oh yeah. So it's basically a whole routine from start to finish you have to go through. And once you figure that out how that works, it gets easy. That's why I say, like, usually what I do, I get away from my phone for the last hour. I may watch some Adult Swim cartoon, or I may listen to a positive affirmation sleep routine, or I may listen to some lo-fi music. So I have like different routines I go through. Or
you just reminded me what I used to do, and I just realized I went away from that. I used to soak in the tub, and I would watch like sermons. So really it was like Pastor T.D. Jakes or like Mike Todd or Pastor Keon Henderson, where I used to attend a church at Lighthouse. Typically that used to work, you know.
Because you want to relax your mind. That's the whole goal. Because things, we all go through stress, and so you want to get your stress level down low enough that your body able to just relax and go to sleep. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the whole thing about like sleep. But most people don't look at that way, because
having a true routine at night.
Yeah, you have the same thing like in the morning. Just like when it's like moms have their routine with kids in the morning. Same thing, you need to have a routine for yourself and at night. Other than that, you never get a quality amount of sleep. You're gonna keep going through the same routine. And next thing you know, you're going to start having sleep issues as you get older. And then it becomes like permanent because you've been going through it for so many years.
For so long.
I hear that a lot.
And then you don't want to, like I said, you don't want to get in the habit of taking sleep aid or melatonin and all this stuff. And now your body is hooked on that stuff because you've been doing it for so long.
I had my mom used to struggle with sleep, so I had bought her some what's those sleeping masks you put on your eyes, and then I tell her listen to like rain music or lo-fi music, be out.
Oh, so it worked for her.
Oh yeah. So because the thing is when you put those on and then you put some, if you're already tired and you put some that you can just listen to, your body homes in. That's why we got like 2 ears. Yeah. And then your body really focus on that. Next thing you know, you sleep, especially if it's relaxing.
I'm gonna have to order me some masks.
Yeah, masks definitely help. I know a lot of people that do that, and that's pretty much the whole ball game of like when it comes down to fitness, nutrition, stress management, like taking the proper supplements. Like I always tell people, a good cleanse for them to do is like take a apple cider vinegar capsule instead of doing a whole cleanse. Maybe take that at least like once or twice a week. Yeah. Because your body needs to go through a phase, like helping you clean your body out instead of going through like a whole weekly cleanse. You can do that on a daily. Just take 1 or 2 of those a week. Stuff like that.
Apple cider is strong.
Yeah, I just take the capsules. I take those on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it helps. Yeah. And then also I take like some greens capsules. But I also take vegetables too. But I feel like I don't get all the greens that I should get. Yeah. That you would get like in a capsule or like a powder. Yeah. And it's just having like a good health routine, and so I don't really get sick much. Keep my stress level down. Stay away from bullshit. And I just focus on what matters.
That's how you know when you're in a better place too, when you're not getting sick. Like when people always got a cold out, it's kind of like you don't realize when your body is under attack, because at that point when you're getting sick constantly, it's kind of like your body is telling you to rest, telling you to slow down. I remember when I first became a teacher, when I was transitioning from the gym and I got in the school building, like kids carry so many germs. Oh man. So now you have to like build your immune system up to endure all of that. And then, a lot of schools are older as well. It's a lot of new schools now. And I remember my first year, I think I was sick like 2 or 3 times that one school year. And I thought I was pretty healthy. I thought I was in, pretty good shape. But I also realized that when you in certain environments with kids who carry a whole bunch of germs, you can also become sick to that. And I can honestly say it too, because I was so busy. I wasn't eating the best. Once I kind of hit that November, December area where like that's when the school year kind of takes a shift, because the kids are super comfortable with you and they just start trying all type of stuff. So
it's definitely like a switch in there. Yeah. But you say you've been struggling recently like with your workouts and stuff to get a little stagnant in there.
Yeah, I think I just need to find another way to challenge me. Maybe I need to add some supplements and stuff. I want to get some of this collagen from you before we leave.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely try some before we. Oh, but but you definitely want to have like evaluate different parts of your life, like your fitness. Cause usually like if I like get sick or something is going off with me, I always look at like I always check in myself, like how many times I work out the past couple weeks. So how I've been eating the past couple weeks, and then I look at like how much sleep have I been getting the past couple weeks. Then I look at like how my stress level been the past couple weeks. Yeah. And then last I look at like have I been taking my supplements, like because you now get everything in food. And usually when I look at those 5 areas of my life, I can always tell what's going on with myself. Yeah. And it's almost like being your own doctor, rather than going to the doctor wishing he your saving grace.
I think we have that in common. Like you said it quite a few times, just kind of like constantly reevaluating things. Like you don't never want to get into a space in life where you just allowing life to happen to you. Like you're not really paying attention to what's going on. That's why I said last week I slept pretty good, and then this week it was just like, okay, what's wrong,
this week's sleep was a lot better for me too. Last couple months been a little rough because I've been in transition of rebranding, like with the business stuff like that. But when I first started this was stressful because like getting everything situated, because it was like new for me. Like trying to
create your vision.
Yeah. Well, it took me like 2 months to put this together.
Okay.
And then once I came up with a business model behind it, then that's when I like went with it. Cause I'm a type of person, I like to know what the hell I'm doing before I do it, rather than just
Did you do it independently, or did you have a team you work with to collaborate?
Jesus and Miguel helped me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a collaborative team, like how they helped me put this together, my podcast. I do most of the work, but they do the work that I'm not good at, like
the behind the scenes.
Because other than that, I'll be having to like, oh, okay, I go back, get up and stop it, and then like fix the light and stuff like that. But other than that, like I've been knowing Miguel for a minute. Me and him have a good personal and business relationship. Been knowing him since 2008. Just met Jesus this year, and
I think that's the most important thing, to have genuine people with like-mindedness like around you. It's a lot of people who try to like latch on to us so they feel like they can get information out of or truly learn from. But you also need that reciprocity to where like you can learn from, it's a give and take relationship. We both can benefit from our connections, our relationship together, basically.
I would say the biggest thing, like for me, for my success, like overall, is like having a good team around me. Like from video editing, photos, to helping somebody with brand strategists, to helping somebody out with my ads, to helping out with a connection with like retail and stuff like that. And also for somebody to give me that honest opinion, like how things look, like as a brand specialist or design. So, because other than that, I'm not good at all those things. But when you have the right people around you that you can connect with, it makes things a lot easier. And that people can be like open and honest with you. So that's why I say the past probably like a couple of years, I've been like good with surrounding myself with the right people that can help me take things to the next level.
Oh, okay. Do you feel like you were surrounded by the wrong people before that, or you just was kind of like a loner?
I would say before law enforcement I was.
Yeah.
But once I got into this field, everything changed because I was able to disconnect from that and go towards what I want.
Yeah.
So like since I'm a healthy individual and I like take care of myself towards health, it's easy for me to be like, I don't really feel like drinking today. Yeah. Like if I go out with friends, I don't really feel like drinking. Or like I'm not finna just go out just for the hell of it. Or if I'm gonna hang out with somebody, it gotta be somebody that's worth my time. Because at the end of the day, we got a limited time. So you want to make sure you hanging out with the right people.
And people will think you crazy for like, I think at one point I was just not interested in drinking at all, because you were just like, ooh, if I drink that, my stomach gonna be hurting, I'm gonna feel bloated, and the work I just put in, nah, and I could see myself going like 6-7 months without drinking anything. And people think you crazy, like that you taking it health too serious, or it's, you look good, man, what you worried about? And it's like, it's not about looking good. I want to feel good. And I also want to just make sure I take care of myself long term.
Right. And I would say lastly, it's all about like what I always tell Miguel and people around me and Jesus, you always want to have the most amount of energy. Because the thing is, the more energy you have, the more you can maximize your day. Yeah. Like usually I always tell Miguel, I work like 12-hour days. And it don't feel long because like I'm in good health. Like I don't feel like I'm about to crash. Like I don't eat like shit for lunch. I don't drink coffee. And I try to keep my stress level down or keep negativity away as possible. Because, when you have that negativity, that tanks your energy. When you put the wrong things in your body, that tanks your energy. So let's just say in the morning time, you start your battery on 100%. But really it started on probably like 70% because you put some bad shit in your body the night before. So you start on 70%. Then you wake up in the morning, you have coffee, you may eat like a croissant or eat something bad in the morning. So now you're at 50% because you ate something bad. And then you get out then you leave your house, you're going through traffic, that's going to stress you out. Got loud music going on, overstimulated. So now I drop you down to 40%. So more probably like, I would say like maybe 45%. And then next thing you know, you get to work, I don't want to be here. So you already got negative energy. And go down some more. And then you're trying to finish the whole day. And then at the same time, you're mad about your position where you're at. So I always tell people the key to like where you're trying to get to is inside your daily routine.
I always say and quote this, your daily habits are who you become.
Yep.
I tell my basketball girls that all the time when it comes to putting the work in, your daily habits are who you become. Like what you're doing on a day-to-day. You can't become something, how do you say this? You can't become something that you already are. You know what I'm saying? Would I say that right? Hold on.
I know what you're trying to say.
You can't become something that you already are, Like you don't just show up and just start doing something. It's kind of something that's already kind of been a line that you've been doing that led to that. So yeah, that's crazy. I told you we was like-minded. We be thinking the same.
You gotta be uncomfortable to get comfortable. Yeah. Because the thing is, you can't do the same thing you're doing now to do something you ain't never had. Yeah. That's insanity. Yeah. But my last question to you is, what does a healthy, vibrant life mean to you?
I think it means everything, because basically everything we've been talking about, it is the way we're gonna pave the way to the journey that we're gonna maintain for ourselves. Like nobody knows when they're gonna pass away and all that type of stuff. It's not. Well, I'm not saying that. Oh, you got to do this if you want to live for a long time. it really depends on you wanting to have a quality life that you live for a long time based on how you take care of yourself,
Right.
you know, being intentional to how you operate on your day to day. Like everything we talked about as far as like your eating habits, your sleep, your interactions with others, just being intentional with your health. Going to the doctor year to year. Some people go years without going to the dentist. So just going to the doctor unless something happened where you have to go.
Right.
Cause I will never understand why people lack that part of life where they don't keep up with their health.
Education. If your parents never done it, if nobody never done it around you, how could you understand it?
Yeah, that's true.
Goes back to like your surroundings and knowledge.
Yeah, and your upbringing.
All right, Alicia, we come to a close. Which one of these?
That did go quick.
Yeah, which one of these you want to try? I have So we have the strawberry lemonade and peach mango. They're all the same, but it's just flavor different. This is unflavored, so this is good to go in your coffee, tea, or something like that.
Yeah, I'll be drinking tea as well.
Are you a strawberry person or a peach mango?
I like strawberry, but you kind of threw me off about putting it in my tea, but I'll try the strawberry.
Strawberry, all right. Bring your water.
Oh, that's why you gave me my water?
Yeah, well, both. So I don't know if you know about, do you take collagen?
No, I hadn't in a while. Like in a long time. So what makes your collagen special compared to the others?
So what makes my collagen special is it's flavored collagen. So it has no fructose in there, no sucrose in there, and there's no like artificial coloring. And so like whatever color the powder is, that's what's gonna be the color of the collagen. It's not gonna turn red because that stuff messes with my stomach. So I try to make it as healthy as possible. But also it has hyaluronic acid in there. I know you know that's for makeup. It has bamboo extract that's good for skin elasticity. Yeah. And then it has hydrolyzed fish collagen instead of like fish is much healthier. And then lastly it has vitamin C and E in there. They gonna shake it up a little harder than that.
I was trying to be cute.
Oh no. You got it. There we go. But yeah, I like it because my daughter, she drinks it better than giving her like juice, something that has like over 50 grams of sugar. Yeah. And then it's also like you said, like stuff with a taste. So I drink that before I drink like anything else that's like really like overly stimulated sugary.
Yeah, and that's why.
I may drink that. Yeah, I may drink that for dinner. I may have for lunch, sometime for breakfast. But it's something healthier to drink that have better health benefits
than. It's good and it's smooth.
Yeah. Took me like about 9 different tastings to get there. So I like it because of I don't really have to drink like juice. I can drink something like that for dinner, or like if I'm tired, like you say, you get tired of drinking water. And the health benefits are a lot better than some of the other brands. Because other brands, they don't have the amount of ingredients I have in there. But they don't.
I said they load a lot of stuff in there.
It's on the other side.
I was just looking at it. The design.
But yeah, it's definitely one of the I came out with a little bit under 2 years ago. It's definitely like enjoyable process, but right now we're going through a rebrand, so we finna change the game. Finna scale a lot more now. It's finna take it to the next level.
How do you take your payments for it?
Huh?
How do you take your payments?
Oh man, I got this on like Amazon. I got it on Shopify. Yeah, okay. You know, I have it in Total Nutrition Store, and so.
I'm gonna order me something off Amazon.
But yeah, Alicia, where can they find you at?
Y'all can find me on Instagram. It's Sweat with C, so it's sweat.w.seay.
All right, so we come to a close. I'm gonna put all Alicia's business information there, so you guys can get in touch with her if you're trying to get some training, some running, or some basketball coaching if you need help with. And thank you guys for tuning in.